Hey there folks, Sim Slade here again with my third book update on the eLearning Designer's Handbook. I have been working so hard this week to get some writing in. Last week I told you I think I was about 50% done with the book, and this week I have only one chapter left until I get to send it off to the editor for her to tear it apart and catch all my typos and grammar errors, because if there's anything I know about myself, there are going to be typos and there are going to be lots of errors. I will say though that the introduction is proving to be one of the hardest chapters to write. I'm having a hard time kind of framing what the reader is going to get through the book. So I'm going to spend some time on it over the weekend and we will see where I get with it. Hopefully I'll be able to get it off to the editor before the weekend's over. The other thing I did this week is I thought it was important to print out some sample copies, if you will, because I wanted to see what the book was going to look like once it's printed. I guess not exactly what it's going to look like, but I wanted to see how big the font was going to be compared to the page size. So I printed it out. Unfortunately, I didn't get them cut, so this isn't an accurate representation of the page size, but the text is going to be, or is representative of actually what the font and the size of the book will be. So here's what the cover looks like. Obviously this isn't in color, but this is the size of the book. I decided to format the book with a horizontal format or a landscape format versus the typical portrait format. It's not too big, it's a pretty good size. I kind of like it. I think it's going to stand out from a lot of the other books that you see out there on the market. Because a lot of, a big part of selling a book is really just what the cover looks like and how does it feel when somebody holds it. As for page sizes though, I will say, or the size of the pages, the only thing that I'm finding as I go through it is the typeface or the font ended up being a little bit larger than I would have liked. So I'll show you this page here. The font is kind of big, but at the same time, part of me goes, it makes it a little bit, I don't know if this will make sense, it makes it more friendly or more digestible by the readers. So I'm not gonna adjust it, partly because I don't want to have to reformat the entire book, and it's not so big that I find it detrimental. So I'm pretty excited about this. This isn't the complete printout of the book. I just wanted to get some of it sampled so I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. The other thing I'm going to be doing this weekend, which I'm super excited about, is I'm going to be filming a book trailer for the book. It's sort of an explanation of what the book's about, who's it for, my vision behind the book. It's going to be a little bit more well-produced than these update videos, and it's something that I'll be able to post on my website or send out, and I'm pretty excited about it. So that's the update for this week. I did get a couple of questions since my last update, so I'm going to answer those questions. This week I have a question from Gemma in Vermont, and Gemma asks, what am I most excited about and what am I most nervous about with writing this book? So what am I most excited about? Right now, I'm most excited about getting it done. Not that I haven't enjoyed writing the book. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that I see light at the end of the tunnel, but it's been exhausting. I have a full-time job. I manage people. I manage a lot of projects, and writing this book has almost been a full-time job within itself. So I'm most excited about getting it out there. That's what I'm most excited about. It's been something that's been on my bucket list for a really, really long time. So I'm really excited to get it out into the world. Now I can answer, what am I most nervous about? That's easy. As you write a book, or what I'm learning as I'm writing this book, is you get to a point where you start questioning everything. You start questioning whether or not you're writing enough, whether or not you're qualified to be writing a book. Is it good enough? Are people gonna like it? Should I say more about a given topic, or should I say less? Is it balanced? Is it accurate? One of the things I've always believed about putting myself out there in the industry, whether it's on my blog or at a conference or doing webinars or this book, is that you don't need to be an expert and anything to put yourself out there. You don't have to be an expert in it. I'm not an expert in e-learning, but I'm choosing to put myself out there. And what I'm choosing to put out there is not expert level knowledge. What I'm choosing to put out there is my experiences, right? I'm choosing to share everything I know from my own experiences. And I find that people tend to resonate with people's experiences more than they do just purely expertise, if you will. So, and that's kind of nerve-wracking, right? Putting out your experiences, because it's a little bit, it's vulnerable, if you will, to put out your experiences like that. So that's what I'm most nervous about. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I have for this week. Stay tuned. I'll be updating next week like I did last week and like I did this week. So stay tuned and keep following me. And you can check out the link up here or wherever it's at if you want to watch last week's video. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe at timslade.com/e-learning handbook, not only to get these updates, but you will also be entered to win a free copy when the book gets released. And it's going to get released soon. Hopefully I'll be able to announce a launch date maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing I'll be doing too is I will be putting out a free chapter, or at least a sample from a chapter on my website. Probably not next week, but maybe the week after. So if you subscribe, you'll get that sent right to your mailbox as well. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following. I so appreciate it. And until next weekend, bye.